Alright, so for today's day 3 update, okay, we've made some pretty significant changes, okay, in terms of the damage and survival, and also some pretty big revelations, I would say. Okay, in hindsight, these should be pretty obvious revelations. It's just that, you know, at that point of time, people are tired, can't really think too much. Okay, so what is all this about? Okay, is cast speed does not affect lightning storm at all, so it is useless. There is no point getting cast speed anywhere on your tree, anywhere on your gear. Okay, until now I'm still not very sure what affects the trigger rate apart from this support, which gives you additional cooldown recovery speed, which should affect how fast lightning storm triggers. Now, I have no idea whether this cooldown recovery speed affects the trigger rate. So far, it did not feel like it changed much, but who am I to say? Okay, I don't actually know. I will need to do a little bit more testing to find out. Okay, let's go over the main changes that we did today. So let's start off with the cast speed. Like I said, we don't need any more cast speed anywhere else. So we have removed all cast speed from our tree. We have changed them to crit strike rating and energy shield. One very important point here is this is very, very inefficient to get frostbite while dealing cold damage, right? Considering that all these are cast speed nodes. So I've gotten rid of this entire section, and in return, you have to get frostbite on hit, or inflict frostbite when dealing hit cold damage somewhere on your talents. Okay, somewhere in your slates. Okay, now with that out of the way, we can talk about the gear. Um, Uniques wise, we have now swapped from the unique chest to a crafted chest. Okay, this will come together as a pair. So you realize that the ring and chest are now rare instead of unique. So the main thing is, before this, I had 0 rares essentially. So by tomorrow, I should be kept rares minimally. Right, once I get a little bit more money to go and recraft all of these mods. Right, these are really bad right now. I should have more ES and more resistances, and it should be pretty comfortable to clear profound. Shouldn't really be dying a lot. Yeah, so we now have explode on the chest, so we do not need to use the ring, and a little bit of sweet mana compensation, so we can remove some more points on the tree. Now, I bought this chest with these two mods already crafted, but I think this could be, for example, let's see. Actually, never mind, take it back. That's actually pretty good, right? Sweet mana compensation is probably one of the better things that you can get already, right? Apart from that, you could get +1 curse, go for ultimate on hit ring, right? Okay, but enough of that. The rare ring is just gonna be rares, max frostbite rating, some damage, ES, and int. Obviously, this is more of setup for the future days where we're gonna start replacing all our gear with priceless gear, right? Yep. So I think these pieces will definitely be rare. I think that these 3 slots are essentially gonna be here for quite a long time. If anything, maybe the amulet could be replaced, but I highly doubt so because 40% damage here, ES and crit strike rating is quite good. At most we get a corrupted version of this amulet since it's getting pretty cheap now. Okay, now after that, okay, we talk about the weapon. So I'm no longer using 2 wands. We're now using a staff. Okay, so listen carefully to this. The main reason why I am using a staff is because it is cheap. If you were to look at the price of a staff, okay, it's about 70 FE. If we were to look at the price of a wand, for example, the price of a wand, let's look at the wand. Sorry, where is it? Wand. Priceless wands are basically what, 10 times the price, and this is for like really bad mods, right? Like flat fist spells, which is completely useless. Right? If you want something with like, for example, elemental damage, it's about 800. Okay, so it's significantly more expensive compared to just going for a staff early on. Okay, but depending on when you look at this video, the prices of these ones generally tend to decrease quite a bit, right? Like eventually it'll be around 100 FE. In fact, it'll drop down to like 50 eventually. So if you watch this video at a later point, it is going to be more efficient, or it is going to be better to craft on a wand instead. Okay, There's a lot of good ultimate suffixes that we can use. For example, the minus cast speed but additional spell damage, right? That's a very big multiplier, and we don't care about cast speed, so it's just straight upside for us. Yeah, so 2 wands is gonna be better than a staff, for sure, right? And you also have like 2 dreamcrafts, essentially. Okay, so the only reason why I'm using a staff right now is because it's cheap, and crafting on a staff is very, very, very painful. For example, I've spent over 1000 FE trying to craft T1 spell damage, which I have not hit. Maybe I'll hit it now. Hit. Yep, there we go. Okay, so missed again. Alright. It's probably in the 1 point something K range now. Very depressing. Okay, it's very expensive to craft on a two-handed staff, so yeah, it is pretty painful. I've kind of stuck in progression for damage because, these basic mods refuse to be upgraded. Okay, that's for the damage. Apart from that, we also have more levels on our slates. So I changed some of these. +1 lightning here, +1 persistent, spell damage per focus blessing. Anything that helps with damage will be fine here. And we do have crit strikes eliminate mobs, which is pretty nice. Yep, nothing much to change there. Ooh, one very, very nice thing. So regarding clear, I think spell ripple is actually very, very comparable to damage for keen intellect. In fact, I think they're almost exactly the same. It's just that spell ripple gives you the AoE damage, right? Every time your lightning storm strikes, there's a 50% chance to spawn a pulse, which deals true damage equal to 150% of hit damage. Right? And considering that we're hitting so many times, this thing triggers a lot. Okay, because for keen intellect, builds want that additional cast speed for mobility skill, but we are essentially wasting that because cast speed doesn't affect the trigger rate of lightning storm. Okay, so I think spell ripple is probably the way better choice here, and again, it is really, really cheap. Right, it's like 40 FE. It's probably gonna be like 20 FE by tomorrow or something. Okay, if I'm not wrong, that is about it for the update, I think. And I've also changed all my skills to precise versions except for spell amp. Now, because I do have enough damage, right, I can change this to energy fortress and still map in profound very, very comfortably, damage wise, right? So I do have like 7.3k ES. Eventually it should hit maybe 7.8. Okay, that's a stretch actually. If I reroll some of the values, make them higher, probably hit like, hopefully I can hit about 8k, and that'll be a decent amount of ES, I guess. I also want to talk about the pets. So as you can see, I'm literally using a blue pet, purple, and Dreamweaver. There isn't too many things that boost the damage, surprisingly, since a lot of the pets give cast speed actually. Yep, and this white pet gives you, sorry, gives you frostbite rating, which is kind of nice. I have no idea where I got this from. I can't find the purple version and the legendary version. It's probably in the elemental summon thing, which was released like in season 1. So this is quite old. If you don't have this pet, of course, just use any other, what you call it, spell damage pet that you can use. Okay, you can always replace all the small notes with microfates like this. Okay, with that, I think that is the end of the update video for today. Uh, yes, I think that should be all. All right. Hopefully tomorrow we will double our damage again. Won't have as much time to play cause work starts tomorrow, but yep. Hopefully we can double the damage tomorrow, solve some survivability, and perhaps get into deep space somewhere along those lines. Okay. With that, thanks for watching PUBPU, and bye bye.
虫けらに。とうとう私の番。凍てついた氷は永遠に溶けることなく、私から逃げられるだろう。失敗は氷と炎を好みに落とし復活。たかが虫けらに。それだけ。これが再び燃え上がる炎。